before you start going live, all the BS that really happens.
Yeah.
Dude, that blurred background is so weird. It really is.
Is it?
Yeah, no.
I can take it off. Is
It
weird?
it just, I feel like you're in a glamour shoot. I don't.
Dude, I don't know how to do that.
Don't worry.
listen to this.
We're live on Facebook anyway, so it's too late. You're gonna start changing stuff, but you're
I'm
not.
glamour.
Listen, change whatever you want, but right now we are back. Here I am, Fly Navarro with no BS, welcoming you today. Welcome live here on Tuesday afternoon. I've got Captain Chase Weir from Liquid Soul Industries. Captain Chase, welcome to the No BS
Thank you.
World Tour. What's going on, Chase? What are you doing? So wait a second. I'm going to just stop. I'm going to rewind because while I share these to a bunch of pages, I want you to actually tell everybody you just recently moved back to the U.S. You've been living in Guam. I don't want to throw you under the bus or anything, but he was living with his mom. And oh, this is going to be... No, you know me. I'm so going to throw you under the bus.
Hey, you were staying there too, and I caught you tanning by the pool a few times. That's for sure.
No, I was definitely. Hey, listen, I'm a firm believer that tan fat looks better than white fat. So that's why I'm tan. I had to tan. I took the shirt off, and we were hanging out by the pool with Papa Chan right before I went on my 127-hour plane ride. Yo, Brad, I gotta ask you, are you talking about my filter or Chase's filter? I'm assuming you're talking about Chase's filter. Lloyd, what's going on? Okay, so anyway, Chase, while I'm sharing this across all the pages, why don't you tell everybody where you're from and a little bit about Liquid Soul?
What's up, everybody? First off, Fly, thanks for having me on the No BS World Tour. I've been, excited to be on this. So finally I made the cut. It took a few texts and, having to bug you for a month. But
it helped that you sent me that $100 bill. That $100 bill, it helped. It helped.
Well,
I
sent you 200. I don't know where the other one went.
That one didn't count. That made me pay attention for the second one. Now I know you're serious.
Perfect.
So anyway, go ahead. Tell us all about Liquid Soul Industries.
Yeah, I originally am from Guam, so I was living there for about 14 years, and then recently relocated to San Diego. So this is a new transition for me. I moved just in time for lockdown, so I got here, and then immediately got locked down, so I've gotten to know the inside of my house pretty well.
You moved,
was able to go fishing twice.
You moved to create a new business, and then you get locked down.
And then I got shut down, straight up.
Damn.
So it's been quite the transition, that's for sure. It was definitely cold, used to the tropics where it's sunny and 100% humidity, 365 days a year. And started Liquid Soul back in 2011.
What is Liquid Soul?
That's the $1 million question for me. I've been trying to. If at first it just started off as like a little YouTube channel, we were just making videos to share with our friends of fishing, catching mahi, wahoo, tuna. And then people were like, oh, you should make some shirts. So I made a few shirts, made a few hats. And now it's kind of grown into this small waterman's brand. For me, that's what it is. And we do everything from creating media. So we generate a lot of fishing media, diving media, underwater, above water. And we have a small, a few shirts, hats, things that we sell to keep it going and fund the trips and fund the project. So
All right, so I'm going to take, first of all, two things. Wilburn Buck has sent me some nice pictures of some salmon he's caught. They look like salmon. But I also got to let you know what Chase Lake had to say. Chase has to say that C-No went to them old man readers. So, hey, listen. At the price of cheaters, I could buy like 10,000 for $100. Pacific Chinook salmon, as I'm being told by Wilburn Buck. So I just want to let you know here on the No BS World Tour, even I take a shellacking. Everybody takes. Listen, you fished with me. You know it's tough. Everybody earns their keep. Dennis Hill, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. John, Liquid Soul helps white people dance. Really, Chase? Oh my gosh, this is you know. So yesterday I'm up in the tower, and you know what? While everybody's watching, Richard Marney, good to see you. Custom sport fishing enthusiast is here. If I could have everybody hit that share button, throw it out there. Also, I'm getting ready to send out the No BS stickers. That's the button right there, buddy. See that one right there? You can't, but everybody else. I changed it up a little bit. Kite Boy J in the house. Mike, any news on the stickers? Wabam! So, Mike, here's the deal. Today I went out and bought all the envelopes. I bought all the labels. I am not that sophisticated to print up all them labels. I will be printing labels tomorrow if I learn how to do them. But what I've really been waiting for is the new buffs. I want to give because of the fact that now everybody's wearing buffs. I want to give everybody some Fly Zone fishing buffs. So I should get them on Friday. I should have all the labels printed, I hope, by tomorrow. But there's the stickers. They're here. They're going out. So, Mike, you hopefully sometime next week. I'm hoping by sometime tomorrow I'll print the label so I don't look like a complete idiot. I'm not that tech savvy. It's funny. When I was creating the landing page, I spent like 4 hours doing this landing page. That one. That landing page right there. I finally called a friend of mine. It took me like 4 or 5 hours. He had his guy do it in 20 minutes. I felt like such a schnub. Hey, Jamie Bunn is in the house. Good to see you. Blue Water Movements. Good to see you. Yes, that's awesome. You're the man. Mike, thank you so much for joining me. Scott's in here. That's why I'm doing the stickers, because I want to thank Hey, did you sign up for the No BS stickers, Chase?
I believe I did.
You're not paying attention because you're still trying to figure out this blurry thing. You're blurry now.
I got the blurry.
You're blurry now.
Filter. No, it's a Snapchat filter. Trying to put the sparkles.
Hey, Spanky, Spanky, it's this. Hit that button right there. All right, and then you get it. Joseph Moreno, good to see you. Just type it in there. Put your email or all your stuff, and we'll get it to you. Alex from Cameroon, good to see you. So we got Chase from Liquid Soul Industries, and I like the way you describe it as it's a little company where you create videos, but it's more than that, because I saw your videos when we were in Osaka at Osaka Fish, and what you create with your videos is not just a fishing lifestyle, but the lifestyle of being on and in the water. I saw your videos, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to get you on here, because I wanted you to talk a little bit. So I'm going to I'm not going to mess it up. I'm going to let him tell you the story. But Chase, see, I've never been married. I've never done it. It's not my thing. Hey, Anthony, Alex, Gary, good to see you. Jamie Bunn, everybody. Jamie, put up your Blue Water Movement stuff so everybody get a chance to follow your page, if you wouldn't mind. Jamie puts on the Quest for the Crest Sailfish series plus a meat fishing series here at home. So, Jamie, if you wouldn't mind, put up your website so everybody can check it out. Jeffrey Wilson in the house. Jeffrey Wilson was in the No BS Zone last week. We talked about the sword fishing. So we're getting ready to talk with Chase from Liquid Soul Industries about how he asked his fiance or his girlfriend to marry him. So most guys, they're like, oh, I'm going to go to the Yankee game and I'm going to put it on the Jumbotron. Somebody's going to go to the Boston Celtics, or maybe they're going to do like a nice romantic sunset. So, Spanky, don't you put it on there. Fill out that paperwork like everybody else, because I can't remember to go back and copy that. So Spanky works for Team Galati in Destin, Florida. If you have not met Spanky, he keeps the show running with Team Galati. So anyway, Chase, let everybody know here in the No BS World Tour what you first tell them where you did it, and then tell them what you did to ask your girlfriend to marry you.
So first we did it in Mexico, out of Ensenada, at the island.
You listen.
You want the story?
No, I know, but you have to say I proposed to her in Mexico. Don't just go on, we did it in Mexico, because that doesn't sound good in our No BS World Tour. Okay? We want the real deal. So, right. You proposed to your girlfriend in Ensenada, Mexico.
Yeah, so we booked a trip out of Ensenada, headed out to Guadalupe Island, looking for the great white sharks. So my fiance, it's been her number one thing on her bucket list to see great whites. So I was like, hey, how can I make it that much better? And so I decided to ask her in the shark cage, surrounded by great whites. And she said yes.
Did you threaten her with pushing her outside of the cage?
She did take out a life insurance policy on me before we headed out, which was a little nerve-wracking, But yeah, it was really cool. It was something I was excited about. I'd been planning it for a year. I thought I'd spilled the beans for sure, but I got away with it. So ever since lockdown, though, she's been starting to rethink it. It was a yes, now it's a maybe.
Listen, so. I've noticed that. I've noticed that is a common occurrence with the shutdown. That a lot of people that were getting married are no longer getting married. That just basic stuff like that. But let's go back to what Liquid Soul. Oh, wait a second! I want to give a big shout out to somebody we both know, Abdullah Hanif from the Maldives. He was one of the judges at the tournament in Saudi Arabia.
What's up, man?
Abdullah's in the house. They're really starting to catch the daytime sword fishing over there. They've got it going on. Awesome proposal from Brad's Blue Water Gaffs. Dave Miller from Destin, good to see you. Trent Glob. Trent, we should get you on here also to talk about you catching your Royal Slam. He went out and caught all 9 billfish species in 1 year. It was, it was way cool. And I feel pretty honored about it, because every time he wanted a new species, he's like, hey, I want to go catch this. Who should I call? So I got 2 cents in it. I got honorable mention at the IGFA. Jason, what's going on? Manny Fernandez, good to see you. So anyway, Liquid Soul, when you look at your videos, and what's your YouTube channel so everybody knows? Not your travel blog, but the other one.
Liquid Soul Industries.
Liquid Soul Industries.
Straight up Liquid Soul Industries.
Okay.
Yep.
So when you look at these videos, you feel like you're a part of the ocean. You look like the full passion, and I don't want to sound cliche, the full salt life experience.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the videos are just a way to communicate. For me, it's how I communicate the feeling of being out on the water, the feeling of, whether it's putting a fish on the boat, spearfishing, free diving, or just diving in general, and just what I think we all experience and why we continue to go out on the ocean, period. Even if it's a bad day fishing, you're not getting bites, it's still better, it's still better than being on land, for at least me, and I love I think a lot of people that and any waterman feels that same way. So.
And I would say most of these people, the ladies and gentlemen on here, know what it's like to be on the water. It's a passion. It really is. It's something. Once you become a part of it, it's always a part of your life. And for those of you that are joining us for the first time, or maybe the first time in a while, my eyes are bouncing back and forth because we're broadcasting across 6 different pages right now. But I'm able to read the comments off 3 of them. I got 2 on either side of the camera, and then I got another one that's over here. So if my eyes are going back and forth, I want to make sure I get everybody's comments in case somebody has a comment for you or a question, which to me is a big deal. I want people to have the opportunity, if they want something to say it. Like, why do you wear your hat backwards? I didn't say that, but in case somebody up here says it. So, okay. So let's rewind a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the fact about your time in Guam. How long were you in Guam?
Oh man, I was in Guam for about 14 years. Okay. Actually, for about 14 years. So I got to do a little bit of high school there, finish up my senior year. So I moved from Miami to Guam, which was a pretty tough transition in the beginning, and totally different pace. You've been out to Guam, so it's just island style. Amazon takes a minimum of 2 weeks to ship something to you. So going from that fast pace to Guam was challenging in the beginning, and then I started working on the boats, and that was where I found my passion for diving, fishing, and be a liquid soul.
There you go. Now I have I got to give a shout out, then I have a question for you, and I want to know some more about Guam. Clark Smith in the house! Trent, personal consultant, I am available to you 24/7, brother. Anytime you want to catch some fish, you just reach out to me. I'll put you in the right direction. Jason, all the way from Grand Isle, Louisiana, wants to know, what was the biggest white shark you saw?
Oh, man. I would want to say had to be over 14, 15 feet. It was just,
wow.
That's what it looked like. It's so hard to tell underwater. I have the video actually online. I'd be more than happy to share it. And you can see just some of the sizes of these sharks. It's just unreal. By
a raise of hands, who thinks Chase should share the video with us in the No BS World Tour? That's 2. Anybody else? It's the 2 most important people right now, but I'm waiting for other hands. So just so you know, as you and I talk, there's like a 40-second delay before it gets over there. So it'll be a couple of seconds. But I want somebody to at least be a third on this. Okay, I got one. Yes, so we want Chase to share. Alex, all the way from Cameroon, he says yes. Kite Boy J, yes. Oh, Peter Schultz in the house. Pete Schultz. So Pete is the chairman of the West Palm Beach Fishing Club, which I need to talk to you, Pete, or Tom Twyford. I need to talk to Tom, but for everybody here in the No BS World Tour, the No BS World Tour is going to be broadcasting the Palm Beach Boat Show this weekend. So we're going to be doing 2 or 3 lives per day. And on Thursday, I have lined up Casa Vieja Lodge, David Salazar. Friday, I have Dave Marciano from Wicked Tuna. Saturday, I believe I have Dominic Lacombe Jr. from American Custom Yachts. I also have Trista Evans from Hooker Electric in the morning. So we got all kinds of people. But today, we got Chase Weir. But I want to get the West Palm Beach Fishing Club in there because this is the local boat show, and we got to get them up in there. John Wolf in the house. Rick Costanza, good to see you. Wally, my man. Wally Bam Bam. So, you were in Guam for all this time, but you weren't just in Guam. You with your charter boat you had, you were bouncing around the entire between Guam, Marianes Islands. You did Roatan. You did a lot of cool stuff among. See, so, and I don't know if I should describe it or you should describe it, but here in Florida, we have the Bahamas, and you can jump from island to island to island. What people don't understand, you have the same thing there in the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
So describe a little bit about that, what you had going on.
So it was cool because a few years ago I was approached by a good friend of mine now, and we decided to come up with a joint venture, start a new charter business.
Uh-huh.
And so he's like, hey man, I want to get this boat and I want to get it to Guam. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And he's like, but shipping's through the roof. So are you down to drive it from Japan? And I was like, yeah, let me get a few guys and we'll figure it out.
Bring it on,
so we
brother.
our chain runs from basically Guam is the most southern all the way up to Mog is what it's called. It's about 500 miles north of us. And then, but Saipan is the closest one that actually has a place where we can get fuel and safe refuge. And so we've been able to explore some of these islands, which has been really neat for us. There's a lot of World War II relics and things up there. So some of these islands that nobody live on, we've been able to find like old Japanese Zeros from World War II. And so there's some really cool, there's a lot of history in the islands.
Now, while I was there with you and just on Guam, I didn't go to all the other islands, but the World War II history there is unbelievable. You guys have old artillery, all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's we're the only place in the world in Guam where actually a World War I and a World War II ship sunk at the same spot, and they're actually touching. So you can go down and touch at 100 feet a World War I and a World War II wreck. So sunk 30 years apart, or however long it was. It's pretty interesting.
That's way cool. Nathan Flores says, "Yo, what's up, Chase Weir?"
What up, Nate? There you go. He's one of our captains over at Rockstar. Okay. So he's an awesome fisherman.
Down in Guam.
Yeah. Down in Guam. So half a day, Nate.
Again, the No BS tour is worldwide, baby. We got Guam.
And Tim's in here too. What up, Tim? There you go. You're getting a bunch of Guamies.
Oh,
great.
Man, I love it. Kim Ballou in the house. Good to see you. Chase Lake. Awesome. I would love to see it. Chase Lake. It is awesome. It was so cool. We spent a week on the island. Or I spent a week on the island. I have my own soccer team there, by the way. For those of you that don't know, I've got my own soccer team. So I'm on this whirlwind tour, which I was able to get that first leg of my tour out of the way between Japan, Okinawa, which is part of Japan, Guam, Seychelles, DR, and then I shut down. But I had all this cool swag, and I had my buffs, my Fly Zone fishing buffs, which I'm waiting for more. That's why nobody's gotten their stickers yet, because I'm like, shit. If they're listening to me for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, I need to give them something more than a sticker. I got to give them some buffs. I want to give them some stickers and some buffs. So, anyway, so we're sitting there having lunch at a local restaurant in Guam, and the bartender says, hey, the cooks in the back want to know if you have any more buffs that you'll sell to Chase for Liquid Soul. He goes, man, I'm all out. But Fly has some. How much you want for him? I says, if you just send me the pictures, I'll give them to you for free. So I gave him 20 of these buffs. And it's like a week later, the entire cook staff, you don't know who anybody is. They are like top to bottom Fly Zone fishing. It was awesome. It was awesome. Norm, good to see you, my brother. Marlene, good to see you as well. So, anyway, going back to Guam and all these islands. the history you guys have there is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really neat. Back in World War II, the Japanese had actually heavily occupied, the Marianas and Micronesia, and the history's everywhere. So I know me and you, we got to go around. We spent, I believe, that last day going around to different spots on the island, and just plenty of history. So there's enough to explore, history-wise, water-wise. It's awesome.
So can we talk about your new project that you're trying to get going, that you asked me about?
Yeah.
So tell everybody.
Yeah, of course.
So you got a new project. You asked me if I'd help you out on it. So go ahead. Tell the people.
Yeah, so I was looking back at a bunch of my content, realized that I had all this content that wasn't really for like fishing or water based, but more travel. So my wife and I started, fiance, soon to be wife. I gotta figure that out if she still is thinking about it. But we decided on starting a travel vlog. So it's been pretty cool, just on some of our adventures we'd have over the past few years, and things coming up this year we're trying to do. So it's supposed to be in Indonesia in 2 weeks, and unfortunately that's not going to happen. So
I got invited to that one.
Really?
Papa Chan invited me to that one.
Oh, Tattoo Papa Chan.
Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Hold on. That's not the project I was talking about. I was talking about the one that you applied for.
Oh, yes. So we recently put in a grant to do a first catch and release online billfish tournament in the Marianes. So I'm hoping hopefully we get that. It would be something new for us and new in the islands to do something digital like that. So we were talking about it in the pool, and thanks to you for your guidance, Sensei,
Hey, listen, it's brainstorming. That's what we do. We just kind of throw ideas around and see what happens. Tiny Walcott in the house. Hey, Tiny, have you ever been to Guam? So Tiny worked on the French Look, and they went, I believe it was Costa Rica to Hawaii to Japan to Okinawa, and they went all the way down to Yap and Palau. But I don't know if they stopped in Guam. Tiny, did you guys stop in Guam? If you're still listening, I don't know. He could be. He could not be. And Miss Payson, what's that?
I would think they would. I mean, we're so close to Yap. We're like 300 miles, man.
Yeah,
that's really
listen,
cool.
Mr. Egotistical, maybe he didn't want to go see you. I don't know. Maybe they went right over you.
I wouldn't want to see me neither,
I don't know. Bruce Marks is in the house. I also see Miss Prophet. She says her daughter is so excited about the stickers. She listens every day with her. Miss Cindy Moreland in the house. Cindy is part of, correct me if I'm wrong, Cindy, she is part of the Kentucky Fishing Group that joins us every day. So good to see you, Cindy. She has since reached out, and listen, this is worldly. This whole thing is a big deal. I think it's a big deal. Wait a second. Go meet Rude and Yap. Do you know Rude?
Yeah, I know Rude.
Okay.
What's up, Brad? That's one of my buddies. He's
do you have
throwing some
are you looking at the same feed I'm looking at?
Brad's in Nicaragua.
What's
so
that?
You're in Nicaragua too?
Oh,
he's in Nicaragua.
That's
San
perfect.
Del Sur, man.
Get hooked in Kentucky in the house. Okay, I knew it. Brian Boyle's in the house. Good to see you. Bruce Marks. Bruce, we need to line up getting you on here as well. Rick, who's that? Can you pronounce that name? Cosenza. I didn't put my glasses on. You can't see it. I can. Oh, says the old guy. I can see who's jumping in. So Josh Allen is in the house. So you put in for this grant, and what is? Oh, thank you, baby. I'll take that one too. I just got handed another pair of glasses. Thanks, Nunu. Uh,
It's-
that's Rainier's in the house, all the way from Gosling Rum. So, for those of you looking to partake in the dark and stormy beverage tomorrow night, Facebook Live, Gosling Rum is hosting part of the virtual happy hour. So, Chase, what are you doing tomorrow night? Would you like to have a dark and stormy?
I would love to have a dark and stormy. That would be perfect.
Josh Allen, first time tuning in. What's going on? Okay, so if this is your first time tuning in, let's tell you a little bit what the No BS World Tour is all about. No BS World Tour started when I was bored out of my mind at the beginning of the COVID-19 shutdown. So all I wanted to do was talk to my friends because I'm used to flying all over the place and going fishing and talking with my friends. So I started talking live on Facebook. And then that was 6 weeks ago. I started doing it every day. Then I said, listen, if you're going to come in here, there is going to be no bullshit. I don't want to hear no politics. I don't want to hear no immunologist. I've said that like 10 times today, so it's kind of like my word of the day. All my friends, that's my dog wanting to go for a walk. It's her time. Susa, I'm sorry. Chase's fiance wouldn't let him talk on the phone until now. Let's see. Rainier, 7 o'clock tomorrow. So anyway, we're talking no bullshit. We have a good time. We talk about fishing. We promote each other's businesses. If you have a business, you want to post up the links, post it up. Bruce Marks, you're right. Staying positive is the way to go. We're here having a good time. A lot of people. Danny Iberg in the house. Brother Fly. Love the comment by Chase. Liquid Soul. I'm going to steal that one. So Danny Iberg is from Staten Island. Danny, correct me if I'm wrong. You are retired NYPD, correct? Danny has been a loyal follower from Grundon's Fly Fridays, all kinds of stuff. So, and Danny has, I don't want to say he's promised, I've made him promise me that, so where he lives is about 20 minutes from my brother. And my nephew, who's 7 years old, wants me to take him fishing. So I'm going to go on the headboat that Danny goes out with all of his NYPD brethren. So, Joe Whitefall, good to see you. Tiny, you moved from one page to the other. Okay, so Liquid Soul. So you moved from Guam all the way back to the United States with your fiance. She threatened to throw you in with the sharks as well if you didn't come back to the States. No, I'm joking. She had an opportunity. Is she there with you?
She's over here in her. We have our little cubicles, our little desk space. You know?
Why don't you bring her into the no BS zone? Come on in. I haven't met your girlfriend. Bring her in. Bring her in.
Meet her?
Yeah, let's meet her. Everybody who wants to meet Chase's fiance / wife. Who thinks
I have a name. It's Madeline.
Hold on a second, Madeline. And we're back. Here we are, Fly Navarro with Madeline. Get out of here, Chase. She's better looking than you are. Madeline, how are you today? Welcome to the No BS World Tour. What is it? I mean, how do you put up with this guy? How do you put up with him? It's a lot, isn't it?
Especially in quarantine. It's been a struggle.
Listen, let me tell you, it's tough. And the fact that you're both still smiling, that's a good thing. Oh, look at all the people coming out that say, I do, I do, I do. Wow. That is awesome. That is so cool. So, is it true? He told me he wasn't allowed to talk until after 5 o'clock because you don't allow him to talk on the phone. Is that true? Or was he lying?
No, he's lying. He just plays video games until 5 o'clock.
Oh!
You're going to interrupt his video game time.
Dude, trying to level up, man. It's the best thing I got going for me.
Oh, dude, that was not a good statement with your fiance next to you. The best thing you got going for you is the video games? Really? Hey, who thinks he should sleep in the doghouse tomorrow? By a show of hands, or tonight?
Yeah, we have a woodshed.
I wouldn't even give him the woodshed. Just kick him out. I can't believe the best thing you got going for you. That is so rude. No BS. Exactly. So, tell us a little bit about you being proposed to underwater with a great white shark. What was it like?
It was it was overwhelming, I guess. I was not expecting it. He took my gloves off, and first he took one glove off. I was like, what is he doing? But I was so excited about seeing the shark, so I just kind of brushed it off. But he took off the glove on my right hand. Okay. So then he takes off my other glove, and all I could think was like, is this guy trying to borrow my gloves? Like, what a wimp.
What a hoser.
He needs...
Buy your own gloves.
Use my gloves. Come on. And then, so I totally didn't expect it. And then he got down on one knee, and it was super cute. And I wasn't quite ready for it. I just, I was already excited about sharks. So I started hyperventilating underwater, and my mask was filling up with water, and it was just like a big mess. And it took me a good 20 minutes to calm down, but it was really sweet, and we all cried, and it was super cute. And a shark swam by right after he did it.
Did you cry with the mask on?
Yeah, so it was filling up with water, and I was hyperventilating, so the bubbles were getting in it. It was a mess.
Come on.
Keep crying. Yeah.
So this was my biggest issue when I saw the video and he told me the whole story when we were in Osaka. I asked him, I go, weren't you worried if she was going to drop the ring as you're trying to put it on her finger? That's what I'd be worried about. Now, go get it. Yeah. Go get it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, swim down there. You'll be fine. Yeah,
Good
he totally bought, I have a size 5 finger, and he bought, a size 7 ring. So it definitely was a big risk of falling off. Yeah.
Come on, dude.
But it worked. It worked at the end of the day, She's only thinking about it now. So it was a yes. We'll see how quarantine ends and then where we're at.
Well, maybe.
Still maybe.
Listen, let's see how you make it tonight when you sleep outside. Let's not worry about the quarantine. Let's see how you make it tonight when you have to sleep outside. Let me give a couple shout outs here. Danny Adams, good to see you. Judd Black, Rod Stuckup, good to see all you guys. Man, you are being called a lot of names on here. But I think, you know what? You're well deserving of all of them. I still can't believe you said that. That's the video games. That's the best thing I got going. Hey, listen, so, I was thinking of trying to bring you in on doing some underwater stuff. The person that does all my videos and all my production stuff, she does a lot of underwater stuff, and I'm like, maybe I should think of something, because I'm going, me and her are going to Walker's in a couple of weeks with the new owner of Walker's Key. He does a lot of underwater salvaging, treasure hunting. And I'm like, man, if I bring somebody else in, I should bring in Chase. I don't even know if you're going to be alive past tomorrow, brother. There's a good
Please take him. Get him out of here.
Chase was stranded in a turtle nest.
As long as you want him.
Wait a second. Hold on. You were stranded in a turtle nest once? What is this all about?
Oh, yes.
My God.
No, please. No, stay in. You are much more entertaining than he is. So no. Let's. I would love for you to tell me the story of him getting stranded in a turtle nest. Not him.
Do that. Okay, I wasn't there.
It doesn't matter. You just tell about his story.
But I know the story. I do know the story, and I think I probably do tell it better.
I believe that.
So Chase and Brad went on this super cool trip to this island of Ulithi, and it's pretty remote. Like it's still very kind of, what would you say? Not tribal, but like, like it's small. There's the only pavement on the whole island is the runway, this little strip of cement for like small planes to land on.
Uh-huh.
So, you have to bring the chiefs some gifts when you come, and they live off the land. They grow their food and hunt, and, there's probably only 1,000 people that live on this whole little atoll. So Chase and Brad got to go out there and visit, and they were camping, and they went out with some of the younger guys from the village to go fishing overnight. And these are they're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no radios, there's no electricity, there's no nothing. And they take this little skiff boat, probably a 12-foot flat bottom boat, out across the lagoon to go fishing on this other island. And they didn't time the tides right, so the tide went out, and they ended up having to sleep on this basically a sandbar.
Oh my god.
And so apparently it was kind of rainy and cold and windy. A little bit of a storm came in, so Chase tried to sleep behind a log, but it just wasn't keeping him warm enough. So Brad,
did you cuddle up with Brad?
Brad had found a turtle nest to sleep in, and Chase crawled over there in the middle of the night and asked him if they could snuggle in the turtle nest.
Well, I didn't really ask him. I kind of just got in there, It was, he had all the leaves. It was comfortable. It was out of the wind. It was a deep turtle's nest.
Are you saying...
he had taken all the around the little sandbars.
So are you saying that if you were put on the show naked and afraid, you'd lose?
I would lose so bad.
So, listen to Brad, no bullshit. So, I have a very similar story. The first time I went to Piñas Bay, Panama, which is the home of Tropic Star Lodge, we were fishing, I think we were down there for 40 days, and we fished 39 of the 40 days. One night, we decided we're going to go to the Indian village, and I say party, listen to some music, have a couple beers, and hang out with the people that, all the local fishermen. Well, in Panama, there's a 19 to 20 foot tide difference. So when we got there, I pulled the boat up and I tied it up to the tree that was right there, the root of the tree. So we went in, we had a few beers, drank some rum, danced. So we come back 4 hours later. So that root that I tied it off to was at low tide was now 9 feet underwater.
Oh my God.
And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So I have to, in my clothes, swim, and it's dark, and it's a river. I have to swim all the way to the bottom and untie my knot. Luckily, it was just a regular old bowline. It wasn't anything weird or, it wasn't don't know a knot, tie a lot. So I was able to go break the back, untie the bowline, and we were able to get back. And yeah, those stupid things we do when we're young. But it was funny. Actually, I never thought of that story until you just talked about the turtle's nest. So we all do crazy things,
Well, you gotta stay warm, You gotta stay warm somehow.
Hey, listen, man.
Your buddy's got a turtle nest and you don't.
What happens on an island stays on an island. I don't want to know. Chase loves horses. What is this? You're so getting thrown under the bus by everybody.
Brad's got all the good stories. That's for sure.
So I have a friend of.
You should get Brad on.
So I have a friend of mine. I just talked to him the other day. We've been friends since the 4th grade. So I had a laundry list of things. If something ever happens to me when I die, these are the things you need to burn. Because I'm not here to explain it. So just burn the shit. Just burn it. So,
oh my God.
Brad is your guy. Is there any other stories that I should know about? Or we should know about?
We there's a lot. I don't know where to start.
You don't know where to start.
Brad's he's actually got me to quit my 9 to 5 and start doing Liquid Soul. So
you owe him.
Yeah, he's the one that pushed me, man, to do my thing.
You owe him a lot of love. You owe him a lot of love.
I do.
Paul.
If anyone wants to go to Nicaragua, you gotta go pick him up.
He knows where all the skeletons are buried, huh?
Oh yes, he does.
My friend Paul from Connecticut. He's saying hello to me and you. Paul has a mechanic shop up in Connecticut, and he watches every day. So big shout out to you, Paul. Any last things before we sign off here, Mr. Chase? Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Time it. No. Hold on. Rick. Rick says Chase's fiance looks like she's biting her tongue, holding back. Is that true? You don't even have to tell us, but are you biting your tongue? Just a nod yes or a nod no.
We've got a lot of stories.
Oh! The truth comes out. It's
what up, Mo?
Hey, Monique, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, so we were talking about the restaurant where I have the soccer team. It's Monique. It's her restaurant. Boy, we got all of Guam on here. This is so cool. The whole island is watching. Hey, Mo, do I still have the soccer team in Guam? Do I need to send some more swag to them? I just need to know, and I need to know. It's like Chico's bail bonds in the Bad News Bears. My entire soccer team shows up under the influence of alcohol. That's the kind of soccer team I have. Just waking up. So now that we know, Art Cam is in the house. Good to see you, Art. Don Schneider, good to see you. Hunter Green, man, we got people joining in. It seems like everybody's waking up.
Yeah.
Mo's giving a big shout out to B Rad. Oh, you know who we don't have here? I know it's Brad. It's B Rad. You know who we don't have here? Abe Froman. We need Abe Froman.
We should get Abe Froman. That would be perfect.
Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. He has the microbrewery in Guam, but he also makes all his own sausages. Really good on here. Dom Jr. in the house. Yes, that's Dom Jr. that we will be interviewing live at the West Palm Beach Boat Show this weekend. The one and only. We're going to see if he can do some of his sweet dance moves on live. Randy Zimmerman is in the house. Michelle Bertolino flying the friendly skies. Jennifer Lacombe is in the house, making sure that Dom goes live with me. I am here just for a few minutes, and you already talking about sausage. Oh, actually, yes, Jennifer Lacombe's in the house. Your babysitter. I forgot. Jennifer's on here. I totally forgot. She goes, "Hi, Chase. Yes, it's your babysitter."
What's up, Jen?
Oh, I totally forgot.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
The world is so small.
It is so
small.
So here's the story. So I invited Chase to come fish my tournament in Saudi Arabia, and his mom was getting a little nervous, and I'm telling him, "Hey, just tell your mom you're safe." I give all the stuff because he's living with his mom. He's living in the garage just like any other non-productive millennials doing. And so he leaves his mom's house. He goes to live with his girlfriend. Anyway, and I'm getting all of the passports, and I says, "Oh, my team from Guam is just sent me all their paperwork." And Jen, who we share the same office, she's like, "Oh, I have a friend in Guam. her and her family live out there. I used to babysit her son. I said, well, this guy's name is Chase. Oh, well, the kid I babysitted was Chase. I said, yeah, Chase Weir. No way, that's the same guy. And I'm like, get the F out of here. So I showed her your passport. She goes, that's him. So she writes a note to your mom on Facebook. And your mom, who in turn, and for those of you that don't know, Chase's mom is the Manta Queen. I think that was the name we gave her while we were hanging out by the pool that fateful day. Anyway, so Jen sends a letter. Don't worry, Fly's a good guy. He wouldn't lead nobody astray. That's what everybody says. You know that old joke that says, I'm going to have a beer because no good story started off with, well, I was eating this salad and then... so all the good stories start off with, so I went across the world with this guy named Fly, and then fill in the blank. It goes from there and it becomes a mess. But we always have a good time. So anyway, that's how the small world is. And then a few months later, I am in Guam. Hold on a second. Wow, non-productive millennial. Geez, HR department would have you so wrapped up in paperwork. Thank God you work for yourself. Amen. Damn, that's his girlfriend. Oh, well. Randy, she's off the market. Stay away. All right? She said yes.
I think they might be talking about Chase.
Says she's still putting out feelers too, so I don't know.
Well,
I'll sell him. He's for sale.
Hey, here's the deal. If all you're doing is playing video games and you say that's the best thing you got going for you, brother, you don't have to worry about her selling you. You're going out the door fast. So,
yep.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Chase, you guys stay right here. I'm going to sign off with everybody here in the No BS World Tour. Thank you guys for joining us again. Remember, we're coming back at you tomorrow with Peter Chabanzai from the Billfish Foundation, David Salazar, on Thursday, Dave Marciano on Friday, plus we're filling in people as we go for the boat show. So everybody, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll be coming at you same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. You guys stick right there, and I will see everybody else mañana. Peace out, people.